Thanks for staying with us. So, following the newspaper article that we read earlier, where Senator Abdullahi Adamu, the chairman of the APC, was saying that not everybody that worked in the APC campaign can become a cabinet member or become a minister or a board member or a chairman of any of the MDA's parastatals. But then he brought up the conversation, which YK started, saying that people have started traveling to France, going with the president to different, everybody's lobbying because they feel that they believed in this administration and they feel that they can serve. Others are looking at it as, why are they going up and down? Must they be part of the administration? Should they be part of what the cabinet that is being put together by the president? That's the question. What are your thoughts? You can call us on 090-241-6344, 0081-764-1679. You can also tweet to us at TVC. Can you please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweet? So going by what YK said, we heard your perspective earlier, saying that because you actually campaigned, and definitely you shouldn't expect, therefore, because you campaigned because you were passionate and believe in your candidate, you shouldn't therefore expect to be compensated with a position. That's your view. However, some believe that I have sacrificed, I gave up a lot, especially with this kind of campaign that happened. The people who supported this candidate were victimized, were some of them were even insulted, and there was a lot of darts thrown at them to speaking for for the president at the time. So they feel that without that wahala, something must drop. So if you look at it as a politician, you feel you're not entitled, but you feel that you deserve it. Others are saying you shouldn't, you don't have to. So what are your thoughts? Let me come to somebody else after I've heard your thoughts. Let me come to you, Mariam.
Okay, you don't think YK should start it off?
You want to reiterate?
Go on. I am on YK's side, so let me say what I think. I feel that when it comes to supporting a political candidate, when it comes to supporting an ideology, when it comes to supporting, it should come from support for an ideology, support for a person should come from a place of, I believe this person will solve the problems of this country. Yeah. If I choose to campaign for a presidential candidate because I feel like I believe in you, not because of what I will get from you. It's like when you do something for someone and it is because of what you will get in return that you did that thing. I'm only being kind to you. I'm only speaking for you. I'm only defending you because I know that I would need your help in future. I don't believe that that's a system that will grow our democracy. I don't believe that that's a system that will help us move to the next level.
Or even grow you as a human being.
We've done it. We've done it so far, but it is not a sustainable measure. I feel that this administration has a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of work for this administration to do. Like, there is crisis on ground, fire on the mountain everywhere, that the government should not be prioritizing settling politicians and those that supported him, but prioritize who can deliver on the job more. Your kitchen cabinet can be for those you trust, but ministerial position should be for those that can deliver. And right now, it might be a confusing thing for the president to carry out because many people are putting him under pressure to pick them out of their loyalty to his campaign.
Let me come to your initial thoughts, Mariam.
Well done to both of you. I half agree with you, but we have to, whether we like it or not, politics is a career. We have career politicians. That's their job. We have career political investors. That is what they use their money for. And they use their money and their time and their support, hoping that it will bear fruit. Yeah. So you would not be, these sort of people would not be part of a party or a person that they do not believe will deliver or can deliver in such a way that, yes, the country would see better, but also in seeing better, they are being paid for the work that they have put in. Why is it that we put a lot of emphasis on parties coming together or like minds? You're hoping when you do that is because you need people of that like consolidate, come together, not only for their numbers. Elections don't happen for free. Yeah. Logistics, it is not free. There's so many things that are done. You're traveling by air, by road, by sea. There's food that's supposed to be given, people that are supposed to be paid. How do you think that happens? Yeah. The person running for office is likely, some of them unlikely to even have any sort of money. The party picks someone that they believe has the has the wherewithal to lead the party, to win votes. But someone has to make sure that this happens. Someone has to make sure that the person is able to move from one point to the other. Have the campaign people move from one point to the other. When people go to different states and gather crowds, how do you think it happens? So we have two...
That's your talent.
Good. So, we also have two parts of politics that people try to push, which is when you hear the arguments, oh, let's not go this political route anymore. These are old politicians. This is how they've done it, because the politicians are using political power and political influence to push for votes. So when people say the masses need to stand up, that's what they're talking about. So you, regular Nigerian, wherever you are, you stand up, you give of yourself little contributions. That is another way, but even in that, it needs regular Nigerians to invest in it. There is money that has to be put in it. We remember those old women that will say, I'm a widow and I've given my last amount of money to this person. So this person, so I'm explaining to you the two different ways. So these Nigerians that do that, what they're saying is that at the end of it, just make sure Nigeria works. But we must recognize that they are politicians, that this is their job.
All right, let me bring an angle here.
I just wanted
sorry, because
yes, can I just add something? So I know someone who is a politician, right? I've never even known how much work and money that they put in. And I know how this person works like every other day, every other month, through the 3 years, trying to raise funds for the party, for party events. And then when the time comes for, general elections, even if that person is not running for office, he's someone that they go to. He has become a person of influence in that party, because this person is using his daily grind and daily money to further a cause. So let us, maybe when Nigerians understand that this is what is happening, then we'll have a better understanding of how our politics work. And then now to decide on what the ideology is, knowing that all political parties are the same, but okay, what is then your ideology per party? So there was a meeting I attended. In fact, remember, I had the opportunity to be in campaigns, and it was really interesting to see various perspectives. And I was in a committee where there was a gentleman who was complaining. He was telling us how he has done exactly what Mariam just described. Regular guy, doesn't have a lot of money, but he's been there. He's worked even since the president was the governor. He's been in the grassroots politics, and he's done this. He was telling me all the stuff he has done. Because when the committee lost the initial campaign, and they're not strategizing for Governor Sanwo-Olu's campaign, he came out and said, "Listen, there are issues here." He was trying to explain that he's been there. But as he was speaking, there are other people who are foreigners, the Nigerians who from the abroad. They came back. They are also in the committee. So he was trying to suggest that they bring in all these foreigners, right? After we've done all the groundwork, all you Nigerians in the diaspora now come in and then take on position, because everybody who lives abroad feels like I can come home to become governor, to become this, and they feel like they've done the groundwork. So sometimes people always feel like, listen, those of us are at home. Nobody's looking at us. But it's also important to note, as a nation, where we are today, should we rely on those who have done the groundwork, who deserve it, or the competent ones who have had the experience, who can actually take us to the next level? It's a very difficult position for a president to be.
Okay, can I just say something?
Please.
The big mistake that most of these politicians make, career politicians make, is I want reward for the work that I did. Now, when you want reward for the work that I did, that means that your reward is when you get there, you want to start chopping.
No,
wait, let me talk. Let me finish. When you are saying, because if I campaign for you, I do not campaign for anybody.
Yes.
If I campaign for you, it is because I believe in you and I want my country to go to the next level. I want my country to be there. I have decided to live in Nigeria. I can live anywhere I want in the world, but I have decided to live here. That is, take the good and the bad. Everything together is my own. Now, you, Murayo, say you want to run for presidency, and I say, okay, for president. And I say, okay, I'm going to back you.
Yes.
But I want something. That means that me, I'm a thief. You are a thief.
No.
Let me tell you why.
Let me correct that.
Let me finish. You can correct me later. When you were waiting for reward. What reward do you want? More than to go there and be signing contract paper and chopping 10%. That is, we don't want those kind of people again.
Amen.
So, my advice to the president, I don't know him, but if I were you, I will only choose people that can do the work.
Okay.
Whether you work for me or you didn't work for me, I can pay you salary for that one.
Okay, why
Take your salary for working for campaign. Okay. But to say that I work for campaign and I want money, or I want not even money, position, what do you want to do with that position? Are you even competent?
Good.
Okay, that's a fantastic question, and I think you're very correct. Yeah. And everybody listening to you will totally agree with you. However, that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it, if you campaigned for me and I become president, you might not need a ministerial work. But you have 1 trillion other family members, cousins who listen. I let you finish. Hear me finish. You have a son who went to Harvard. You have somebody that went to clinical country, whatever. They're all back, educated, smart, right? You come to me, Muriah, please, help me. My younger brother just got back from Harvard. My cousin's brother is clinical. You're not taking contract from me. You don't want 1 naira from me. But you are bringing me references because you believe that you have invested in me to get there. So don't always assume that the reason why I am relocating myself to go and meet the president is because I want to be minister. It could be because I want a favor. I want to secure a position. I want you to keep 2 slots for me. There are different ways. But it's not everybody that's going there to come and chop money. That was the point I was trying to make. You're right. Some go there to go and collect what they can chop. But others are going there to get their own slots for their own people. That's the truth.
So, Mariah, even people... So this chopping of money is not left to only career politicians. People that were seen as to be technocrats, private sector people, smart and wanting the best for the country, they go there and they chop money. So let's move this chopping money and putting only, yes, not a career political thing, it's an individual behavior, it's your greed. When I believe that parties are made up of different kinds of people. They are made up of those who are really educated, very exposed, people who have different sort of, experience in their jobs. So when these parties come, when you have done the work, we'll look amongst ourselves, those who are qualified.
Competent, exactly.
Those who are competent. We're not going to now look outside. We will not even look at our, what do you call them? The opposition, because how am I sure that I bring in an opposition to be part of my cabinet?
Let me pause you for a second. That's a different conversation because some people can actually bring in opposition.
Wait, no. Yeah, but if I land the point, maybe you understand. There has to be... Yes. If I bring in an opposition into my cabinet, even though I know that this person is the best, would the person work for the betterment of that party and of my country? Will not try to sabotage me in such a way that it will make me look bad and then indirectly working for the opposition.
Okay, let me go on a break. When we come back, we continue the conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.